All right, guys, we're starting off the backside here. I do want to thank you guys for joining. If you guys are just joining for this video, if not, please go back and watch the front nine. I do believe we ended up with a bogey basically on that, so at least +1 on the front nine is what I'm guessing. I don't know if the one was a 4 or a 5 for the par, but I did take a 5 on it, so I'm just going to say bogey at the most right now. Other than that, this one is 386, pretty much dead straight out, and just let it fade. We're going to take the Grace and work with it. We've been doing pretty well with that this round. Wow, I'm stumbling over my words, guys. I'm out of breath. I forget how much elevation is on the backside of this course. All right, guys, here we go. And that should play real nice. Hopefully it gives us a good up and down look, and hopefully take a 3 on it. We're just gonna try to go right through this center gap. I thought about going up and over, but that's just too much risk, I believe. So we're just gonna try to get a nice little smooth forehand right up through the center there. Threw it right into the center of that bush. On the right in this bush, broke through it pretty decently. So I'm really happy with that. Let's see if we can save this 3. Oh yeah, there we go. That looked a lot better for a putt than a couple of those previous ones. It's hole 11, 317. I'll take the old Team Trilogy Havoc that I got from out in Emporia a couple years ago. Try to get a nice forehand down there. Kind of see the basket through the gap there. It's just in the middle there. We're gonna go out and around. Try to keep this nice and flat out there. That way it fades out pretty nice. This Havoc is pretty good. That should be great. Go in. Little short of it, but it looked good. Guys, when I said it was short, I thought it was a lot shorter than this, like 15 feet back. But we may have just got a birdie. We'll take a birdie, guys, and we'll go back to even. It's hole 12. This says 351. If I remember correctly, we're just kind of throwing out there that hill, and then there's a service road that goes out to the left and down and around. And I do believe that that is where the basket is. We're going to take the Grace and try to get a nice and pumped out there flat slide Annie and let her do her job. Oh no. We're going to be looking in the woods for that one, guys. Ugh. Okay, guys, we ended up kind of in a sticky situation, but I'd say we got fortunate enough to be on this path. I believe it's part of the trails that are out here, because there's a blue diamond that's up there on the tree. We're going to just try to get a forehand and we're going to pray, guys. Pray that it can get through there so that we can get up and down, hopefully save a 4 at least. Hopefully a 3 is the best situation, but we're gonna risk the biscuit, boys. We're gonna stand this way. That way I can be more over through here. All right. I think that ended up fairly well what the 3 did. I'll tell you what, guys, we got really lucky, and we do have a bid for a 3 on this. I believe we hit a tree like right here. Come right up through this tall gap with a big tree right at the end of it, and we still missed it. I like those things. Let's try to get it for a 3. This is a good bid. I want to say thank you guys for watching the videos and everything. I appreciate your guys' support. The best thing that you guys can do for me to help support, if not monetize wise, is to just like, share the video, and please be a subscriber to the channel. Where you guys get notified of all the new videos when they drop. Other than that, guys, we'll get into it here in just a moment after these guys clear off. All right, guys, I got a couple selections here. We're just going to see how this goes for off the tee. Got a pretty nice headwind. It looks like maybe slight right to left. I'm debating on the Strive or the Bolt. I'm not too sure what I want to throw, but I think I'm going to go with the Strive, just because it's a little bit more of a headwind and I'd trust that to be flippy with. So let's see how this flies, guys. And if it comes back, that'll be okay. That's not okay. It isn't the best drive. It definitely got some headwind. It's a lot stronger out here than it feels like on the tee. I want to say we're almost in line with where we're at now. I just want to kind of get a slight flat, that way it holds the turn with this headwind, and hopefully put it up next to the basket and get a nice little 3. Oh, I held on to that, and she's definitely holding the turn, but holy crap. I just put it over on the Pro Tee for the next hole. Forgot how close it was over the hill there. And like I said, we ended up right here behind the tee pad for the next hole. We're going to try to get a range, and we're going to go forehand. Got a tailwind, get it up a little bit. Should drop just nice. That's it. Yeah, got a putt to clean that up for a 4. Them guys had me on that and stuff. They were throwing from right up there and stuff, and it seemed like they were throwing real far over the hill. But hey, it's what it is. We'll take a 4. All right, guys, hole 14. It says 550. I don't know if that's actually real, but it's a forehand shot. You can kind of see the tall tree out there in the distance. It's before that and probably maybe 120 or so to the right. We're going to try to get this Havoc Team Trilogy Edition out there flat. Hopefully the headwind keeps it nice and stable, and we'll just get it to flex out nicely. Oh, threw it right into the ground. Oh, look at that. Guys, we got luckier than hell on that. I mean, if there was a drop off just on the other side of that, I kept going. I'd say we probably pushed it at least 340. We're just going to try to get a nice little floaty bit over that way and tap out for a par. Yeah, there we go. We'll be able to get that par. I'll see you guys on the next one. We'll see how this goes. Nice little forehand here. Yeah, this should give us a bid, probably 60, 70 out almost, but it's a bid. Apparently the basket's not that far around the corner. I thought it was. I mean, it was probably 30 feet or so around the corner. So closer than I thought it was. Nice little bonus birdie. That might have put us at even, guys, for the round so far. 15, we got 3 to go. Let's see what we can do. Looking right at it, looks like it says 268. I'd say it probably plays closer to 320, being uphill slightly. I am slightly down here off to the right, so my straight is just all of these bushes. So really your best bet is to get something nice and flat up that way and let it work its way to the left on its own natural line. Gosh dang, I gotta step way out here. All right, there it is. All right, let's see if we can get this up there, guys. I got right up there in the woods. Maybe we get lucky and stay near the edge. I'm not sure. We haven't been lucky all day with that. It's been in there. All right, guys, I'm just down in here to the left. I'd say probably 15 feet or so off the edge of the woods. There's a path here, but off the path. I'm pretty much on it. All right, let's see if we can get a nice little forehand bit up there, because that's about all we got. And that'll putt. On the hole 17, this one says it's 820 feet. Honestly, you just want to kind of get a forehand down there towards that short tee pad, which is basically 300 and some away. Maybe almost 4, somewhere in there. But we're going to try to take it to stride, keep it nice and flat, let it get a nice little fade off to the right there, and then play another forehand, hopefully. Yeah, that'll work just fine. I'm kind of at a toss-up here. Do I throw the strive on forehand or the bolt on forehand? Or do I try to get a roller and get as much distance as possible? We're going to just try to get a nice little flip up forehand here. Keep it in the fairway that we can try to do. If it just keeps fading, we'll be all right. Yeah, kicked right out to the edge there, looked like. As I was walking past the short pad, I believe it said like 380 something, so we had at least a 380 forehand off that last one, and probably gained another 200 off of that. So we're going to try to get a forehand right up there next to the basket again. Just debating on what I would like to throw. I think I might throw the Grace just because I want to, and I've been liking it here lately. So we're going to try to get a nice little forehand up through there. Hopefully get it next to the basket. Go in the basket. Oh, just real close. Like I said, guys, we should be able to tap in for a 4. About an 8-foot shot here. Should have had a little more on her. She probably would have went in. Yeah, it was a good 4, good 4. Final hole, hole 18 here, 271. You can see her, she's just straight down there in front. We're going to take the truss and just try to get a nice little smooth backhand. Hopefully get it to just follow the path all the way down through, not cut between the trees. Other than that, I'd do a forehand shot down through there, I think would be the best bet. But we're going to try to get a nice little flex shot. Nothing too high powered, or it'll just hold the turn. If you guys haven't, please like, subscribe, and share these videos with your family. And it looks like we're going to go right down into the middle of it. Ah, not bad. I don't know if I blocked that from you guys, but I'd say we're just outside circle. Hopefully the final putt here, hole 18. After this, I will get you guys a scorecard. Get it. All right, guys, I want to thank you again for joining me today. It was a beautiful day out here at Lobdell. Like I said, I do believe we had 3 bogeys, 3 birdies, so we should have shot even. Like I said, we'll put a card right here and stuff that has the score on there. I'll go in on UDisc and make us a scorecard up. All right, guys, other than that, thank you guys for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.